Hi again, I am Christer Idhamar, the founder of IdCon Inc. in Raleigh, North Carolina, United States. And today I'd like to talk about the key to success: close the KnowDo Gap. In the close to 61 years I have been in the operations and maintenance business in most industries on a worldwide basis. I have seen so many great initiatives, so many great PowerPoint presentations and reports and so forth. And I have seen many of them being put on a shelf and no action or very limited action taking to actually implement and execute all these good ideas. Let me show you some examples that I have been thinking of. And in the slide 1, you see a typical situation where actually the people in the corporate level perhaps, or consultants or whatever who has done it, well, they have spent 85% about of their time to develop the plan, to document the plan and so forth, and some time, perhaps 10%, just to inform about the plan and communicate the plan and hopefully achieving some followers, and very little on coaching and implementing and actually executing the plan. The ones that has been successful has done the opposite thing here. They have actually perhaps spent about 5% of the time to develop the plan, and then perhaps 10% to communicate the plan and trying to get people to buy into the plan. But they have spent most of their time, 85-90% of the time, on actually coaching the implementation and execution of the plan. And what does that actually mean? Well, that means that you can't only do training, because training without immediate implementation of what you have been taught, well, it leads to most cases no results at all. What coaching means is that you, as a consultant or a coach, you need to go out there and of course do the training and then go out and actually coach the implementation. You need to see that you sit down and, for example, lead the scheduling meetings you're going to have. Show them what they need to do to prepare, and then lead a number of meetings, of course, with the intention to hand it over to a person who has been assigned to lead those meetings. It could be the MOC, the Maintenance Operations Coordinator, for example, or someone in that role. It means that you go out and you actually follow the whole work order process, and you sit down with people who request work, and you teach them how to do that, and you actually do it with them. You sit down and you teach them how to do the priorities right. You sit down with planners and you actually plan a number of jobs to show what a complete planned job is. You sit down with supervisors and you actually schedule work together with them and assign the people who do the jobs and so forth and so forth. And teach them that, for example, what you have to do is that you have to schedule to, first of all, when you're going to do the job, and then you schedule who is going to do it. You see to that you schedule to the work, not to the people you have available. A couple of examples on those who have been very successful is Fonterra in New Zealand. It's a company with 4 million cows. I mentioned that many times earlier. And it took some time for them. Every 18 months about, they made an assessment to see progress. And it took about 4 years or 3 to 4 of these assessments before people bought in and said, oh, we're going to do this now. It's like starting up a heavy wheel, a flywheel, and get it moving. And they achieved the examples with, they increased the current best practices score from 43 to 78. Their maintenance cost as percent of replacement value went down 25%, and reliability went up 2%, which is equal to building actually a whole new dairy. PetStar in Toluca, Mexico, is the biggest food-grade pet recycling plant in the world. For them, it took only about 3 years to get to world class because they started off on a better base. And what was the secret in most of these was that actually you had long-term, consistent, engaged, visible, and caring plant leadership. They had skilled people, well-defined, implemented, and executed processes, regular assessment to drive improvements. You have to compare this with safety. You do your safety assessments perhaps once a year or even every second year or whatever frequency you have. But without that, you will not drive the improvement. And the key is that you're out there coaching and executing the processes you have decided you're going to implement. Thank you and good luck. And you can learn much more about it in my latest book, Knocking Bolts, which you can buy from IDCON. Thank you for watching the video. Thank you very much.